Welcome back to Numismatic Coin News, where truth matters more than hype, and today we uncover the real story behind the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar dated 1972, often misidentified as a Denver coin with no mint mark, and why that confusion itself is where value, danger, and opportunity collide. Let us start with the hard historical truth. Because real knowledge protects your money and sharpens your eye, in 1972, Kennedy half-dollars were struck at Philadelphia with no mint mark and at Denver with a clear D mint mark, meaning a true 1972 D with no mint mark does not officially exist in normal production. This is where the mystery deepens, because collectors sometimes encounter worn coins, grease-filled dies, weak strikes, or damaged surfaces that make the D mint mark appear missing, and in extremely rare cases, dramatic mint errors can remove or distort a mint mark enough to spark serious collector interest. The standard specifications of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar are essential for identification, with a copper-nickel-clad composition, a weight of 11.34 grams, a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, and a reeded edge that should always feel sharp and uniform. If a coin falls far outside these measurements, shows unusual metal flow, or displays distortion around the mint mark area, you may be looking at a legitimate error rather than simple wear, and this is where real value begins to emerge for informed collectors. The most valuable varieties tied to this date involve dramatic errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, major clipped planchets, or grease-filled dies that partially erase design elements, including the mint mark zone, and these errors must always be authenticated, in normal circulated condition. A standard 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is modest in value, but when you move into high-grade uncirculated territory, especially MS66 and above, prices climb sharply due to registry-set competition and limited surviving quality. Verified auction records show certified high-grade examples selling for $1,000 and more, while top population coins with exceptional eye appeal have reached prices near $3,000 in competitive bidding environments. For confirmed and graded mint error examples connected to this date, values vary widely, but dramatic authenticated errors have sold for $2,000 to $5,000 depending on severity, clarity, and collector demand. The estimated extreme high price for a truly unique, visually stunning, and professionally graded error tied to a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar could reach $10,000 if it combines rarity, eye appeal, and unquestionable authenticity. This is why grading is everything. Because without third-party certification from trusted services like PCGS or NGC, claims of missing mint marks or rare errors carry no weight in the serious marketplace and often collapse under expert review. When hunting for coins like this, always inspect the mint mark area under magnification, check weight with a digital scale, compare against verified reference images, and never rely on online rumors or unverified listings. If you believe you have a valuable example, the smartest selling paths include heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, great collections, or reputable online platforms like eBay using certified slabs, where real collectors compete with real money. This story proves that knowledge is the true treasure, because misunderstanding creates myths, but education creates profit, and the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar rewards those who know exactly what to look for and what to avoid. Today on Numismatic Coin News, we uncover the real story behind the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1973 with no mint mark, a coin that appears ordinary at first glance yet carries a deep combination of history, condition, rarity, and collector demand that can transform pocket change into serious money. This story begins after a national tragedy, when the Kennedy half-dollar had already become a symbol of remembrance, respect, and continuity, and by 1973 the Philadelphia Mint struck these coins with no mint mark during a time of rising inflation, metal changes, and shifting public confidence in American coinage. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark was produced in Philadelphia using a copper-nickel-clad composition, not silver, which leads many people to underestimate it. Yet advanced collectors know that condition, rarity, and error varieties can push this coin into a completely different value category. Let us break down the physical facts so you can identify it correctly, because knowledge protects your money and sharpens your eye during coin hunting adventures across banks, estates, and old collections. the weight of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is approximately 11.34 grams, the diameter measures exactly 30.61 millimeters, and the edge displays a visible copper core sandwiched between nickel layers, which confirms the clad composition. The obverse features President John F. Kennedy facing left with the date 1973 clearly visible, while the reverse displays the presidential seal with the eagle, shield, and stars, and the absence of a mint mark below the neck confirms it was struck in Philadelphia. Now here is where value begins to rise, because while millions were minted, very few survived in exceptionally high mint state condition, and even fewer exist with verified mint errors that collectors actively compete to acquire. Collectors must look carefully for rare and valuable errors such as off-center strikes, double-die obverse lettering, clipped planchets, struck-through grease errors, and misaligned dies, because these mistakes occurred during high-speed production and create unique coins that cannot be duplicated. Verified error examples of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar have sold for amounts ranging from $500 to over $3,000 depending on the severity, visibility, and professional grading status. Condition is everything in modern numismatics, and coins graded MS66 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC become dramatically scarcer, pushing values into premium territory driven by registry-set competition. The highest verified auction prices for pristine 1973 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollars have reached between $2,000 and $4,000 when certified at the top population levels with exceptional strike quality and luster. Experts estimate that an extreme high example with a major mint error combined with elite mint state preservation could theoretically command values exceeding $10,000 under strong market demand and competitive bidding. This is why grading is essential, because professional certification protects authenticity, confirms condition, and opens the door to serious buyers who do not gamble on raw coins in high-value transactions. If you discover one of these coins, examine it under proper lighting, use a digital scale and caliper, avoid cleaning it at all costs, and submit promising examples to a trusted grading service before selling. To sell for big money, use real United States marketplaces such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers Galleries, Great Collections, or certified listings on eBay that showcase professional slabs and clear photography. The real truth is this: the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark is not valuable because of silver, but because of rarity in condition, historical relevance, error potential, and collector psychology. Smart coin hunters understand that modern coins hide the greatest surprises, and those who learn what to look for gain a powerful advantage over the uninformed public. Today we uncover the surprising story of the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar 1992 with the D mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks ordinary, modern, and common, yet seasoned collectors know that hidden value often lives where the public stops looking, and this issue is a perfect example of that reality. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination, and by 1992 the series had fully transitioned into a copper-nickel-clad composition, struck for circulation at the Denver Mint with the D mint mark. The standard weight of the 1992 D Kennedy half-dollar is 11.34 grams, with a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, and a reeded edge that must be sharp and consistent on genuine unaltered examples. This coin is not valuable because of silver content, because it contains no silver at all, and that is exactly why condition, rarity of errors, and elite grade levels completely control its value. Most circulated examples are worth face value, but collectors do not search pocket change for average coins, they search for exceptional survivors and dramatic mint mistakes. The first key to identifying a valuable 1992 D Kennedy half-dollar is strike quality, because weak strikes reduce value, while bold hair detail on Kennedy, sharp lettering, and crisp eagle feathers dramatically increase desirability. Look closely at the mint mark, because a genuine Denver Mint D should be clean, centered, and never appear altered, doubled, or damaged, as altered mint marks destroy value instead of creating it. The rare varieties that bring excitement come from error coins, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, retained cuds, and dramatic double strikes that escape the mint undetected. One of the most valuable error types is a major off-center strike showing a full visible date and mint mark, which can bring values in the range of $200 to $700 depending on appeal and certification. Another highly sought-after error is a double-struck Kennedy half-dollar where the second strike is rotated or misaligned, and verified examples have sold for $800 to $1,200 at major auctions. Condition alone can also transform this coin into a high-value collectible, especially in mint state grades, because pristine survivors from 1992 are surprisingly scarce in elite condition. A professionally graded example in MS67 condition has achieved verified auction prices near $400, while MS68 coins are extreme rarities with estimated values reaching $2,000 or more. This is why grading matters, because raw coins are guesses, but certified coins are trusted assets in the collector marketplace. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC confirms authenticity, condition, and error status, which instantly opens the door to serious buyers and premium auction platforms. Collectors should always weigh their coins carefully, because deviations from the standard weight of 11.34 grams can signal a wrong planchet error or a missing clad layer. A missing clad layer error creates a dramatic copper appearance and has sold for $500 to $900 depending on severity and appeal. Market demand for Kennedy half-dollars remains strong because the design is iconic, the series is widely collected, and error specialists constantly compete for new discoveries. If you believe you have a valuable 1992 D Kennedy half-dollar, sell it the smart way using trusted United States marketplaces such as Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, Great Collections, or certified listings on eBay. Avoid selling raw coins to local dealers without grading, because unverified pieces often bring only a fraction of their true market potential. The extreme high price for this date is reserved for spectacular errors or top population certified examples, with realistic ceiling values reaching $3,000 for museum quality pieces. The truth is simple: this coin is not valuable because everyone wants it. It is valuable because very few examples meet the strict standards demanded by elite collectors. Coin hunting success comes from patience, magnification, accurate scales, proper lighting, and the discipline to learn what real rarity looks like. Before you spend another Kennedy half-dollar, examine it carefully, because the next big discovery could already be in your hands. If this knowledge helped you see modern coins differently, support Numismatic Coin News by liking this video, sharing it with fellow collectors, leaving a comment below, and subscribing for daily honest coin news and real value education. Today we uncover the mystery behind the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar 1998 with the D mint mark. This is Numismatic Coin News, and what you are about to hear is not hype or fantasy, but real coin knowledge, real market truth, and real collector insight that separates ordinary coins from extraordinary opportunities in modern United States numismatics. The Kennedy half-dollar 1998 D was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday commerce, which alone makes finding high-quality examples far more difficult than most collectors expect. This coin was produced primarily for collectors and limited circulation, meaning many examples entered storage, but very few survived in top condition without marks, scratches, or weak strikes, and that is where true value begins. The official composition of the 1998 D Kennedy half-dollar is 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, with a standard weight of 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.61 millimeters. Serious collectors always verify these measurements because even the smallest deviation can indicate a rare mint error or wrong planchet strike that dramatically increases collector demand. To identify the correct coin, look closely beneath the portrait of President John F. Kennedy for the D mint mark, which confirms it was struck at the Denver Mint, and examine the hair details, cheek lines, and fields for strike quality and surface preservation. The real truth is that this coin becomes valuable only under specific conditions, and those conditions are rarity of grade, confirmed mint errors, and strong demand from registry set collectors. In extremely high mint state grades such as MS67 or higher, the 1998 D Kennedy half-dollar becomes surprisingly scarce, and certified examples have achieved verified auction prices. reaching $1,500 or more depending on eye appeal and strike quality. The highest verified auction records show exceptional examples selling for over $2,000 when graded by PCGS or NGC with flawless surfaces and full luster. The estimated extreme high price for a perfect condition specimen with extraordinary eye appeal and registry quality is projected at $3,000 or higher when competitive bidding occurs. Now let us talk about mint errors. Because this is where hidden treasure often lives unnoticed in everyday collections, collectors should carefully inspect for double die obverse errors, especially in the word liberty and the date, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and wrong planchet errors, all of which can transform a common coin into a major collectible. Verified error examples of the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar have sold in the range of $400 to over $1,000. Depending on the severity and visibility of the error, coin hunting success depends on patience, magnification, proper lighting, and knowledge, not luck, and the collectors who profit are those who study details rather than faces. Grading is absolutely critical because an ungraded coin is only an opinion, while a certified coin is a documented asset trusted by buyers worldwide. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC protects your coin, establishes authenticity, and unlocks access to elite marketplaces where serious money flows. When it comes time to sell, trusted United States platforms such as Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, Great Collections, and eBay certified listings provide real exposure to qualified buyers. Never clean your coin, never polish it, and never rush to sell without understanding the grade, because one careless mistake can erase hundreds or even thousands of dollars in potential value. The Kennedy half-dollar 1998 D mint mark is not valuable because of age, but because of condition rarity, error discovery, and the passion of modern collectors building elite sets. This is why educated collectors quietly search rolls, collections, and estate finds while others overlook one of the most misunderstood modern United States coins. If you learned something powerful today, make sure you like this video, share it with fellow collectors, comment with your questions or discoveries, and subscribe to Numismatic Coin News for honest, real, and professional coin knowledge every single day.